Hi, I'm Steve Greenblatt with AVNation. We're at the Biamp booth at InfoComm 2017, and I'm joined with John Urban, the product marketing manager. John, the Tesira line has been out for a number of years now, and I know that there's been a lot of development and evolving of that product. Can you tell me what's new in 2017?
Yeah, absolutely. We have just announced yesterday at the beginning of the show two new variations on our Tesira Forte product. One of which is the Tesira Forte VT, and that product combines both VoIP and POTS onto one chassis. So it's still the same product, 12 ins, 8 outs, that people are used to. Still has USB connectivity, but what we heard from our customers is they really wanted that flexibility when they go into an installation of being able to use either VoIP or POTS, or even both. And so that's why we came out with this model. The other product that we have, though, is our Tesira Forte VT4. So same form factor as the original Tesira Forte, but what we found through research is there was kind of a gap for small to medium-sized conference rooms where the full line of 12 ins and 8 outs was just a little overkill. And so through asking questions again of our customers, we realized that a product that have 4 ins, 4 outs, 4 channels of AEC would meet a lot of their needs in those kind of smaller conference room settings. And since they weren't using the full functionality of the original, this gives us an opportunity to provide the product that they need at a lower price point.
So you mentioned a number of times the idea that you are getting this feedback from your customers. Is that something that you get at a trade show like this, or are there other methods that you gather that information?
Oh, we definitely, at trade shows, any kind of informal gatherings, when our sales guys meet with their customers, we are definitely funneling all of that feedback back into our product management and engineering departments, because we're a very customer-driven company. We want to make the products that our customers are asking for. We don't really have an approach that says we will make this and they will come, if you will. So we want to make products that solve real-world problems.
And I know that Tesira line initially was made to be flexible and scalable, and it sounds like you're now backfilling some of those smaller applications with these new products, which is very interesting as it now rounds out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes the product a little bit more complete.
Yeah, we looked at it, and now we're feeling even more comfortable that with Tesira, we have a product that fits essentially all practical needs, conferencing and beyond, going from small conference rooms to buildings to even campuses in many cases. So I think you can't go wrong with Tesira.
So what do technical people, engineers, programmers, what do they need to know if they're not familiar with Tesira? What are some of the skills, or what are some of the technologies that they should be focusing in on to really leverage the power of Tesira?
Well, the other facet that we kind of emphasize is great user experiences. So we use AVB TSN within the Tesira family, and yes, you need AVB-enabled switches to use that, but more and more manufacturers are coming out with those, including Cisco, and those are available in the market today. Beyond that, though, we have our Tesira design software that does a lot of the heavy lifting for people. So really within the design software, it's more about making the connections and setting the various levels for audio and video. I should mention that the Tesira software does both with our Tesira Lux product. And so it's more about some of the basic skills just with audio processing that a lot of these integrators have just in their natural experience, whether they've done live sound or weekend bands, what have you. So,
sure.
Yeah.
So video, I think, is an important component, and I know it's been something that's been a long time in the making. Can you tell me a little bit about that involvement?
Oh, sure. So we have our Tesira Lux product, which is our video encoder and decoder, also over AVB TSN. Does up to 4K 60 and 444 if you want. But one of the really interesting things about Tesira Lux is we support both 1 gig and 10 gig switch backbones. So for a lot of infrastructure that's out there right now, it's more typically 1 gig than 10 gig, although that's definitely becoming more and more popular in the market. So our product, really, you can control it through dialing in frame rate, as well as compression ratio, as well as just determining what resolution that you're going to transmit to the output displays. So it's kind of a unique aspect of our software with regards to video that not as many offerings in the market can provide.
Sure. So what would you say would be some common applications where the Lux product would be a great fit?
Well, anything ranging from lecture capture, let's say, large spaces where people in the back of the hall might not be able to see the person, and so they might have screens in the back. Other cases would be courtroom testimony off-site. Also, let's say convention center ballrooms where rapid reconfiguration is kind of a critical factor. Tesira does great in those types of spaces as well.
So we can wrap up with this one. What makes InfoComm so special? What about InfoComm is unlike other shows from Biamp's perspective?
Well, I think just the fact that we get to see a lot of I don't want to say old faces because that doesn't sound quite right, but
sure,
a lot of old friends, as well as a lot of new contacts who might not know who we are. I had a gentleman yesterday when I told him about our new products, you know, his face just kind of lit up, and that's just like the best feeling when it's like, wow, we really actually made a product that customers are like, thank you. So yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worthwhile in the end.
Well, I thank you for your time. We wish you luck, of course, and we're glad to see more involvement of the Tesira line, and I'm sure that there's great things to come in the future.
Great. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks. So this has been Steve Greenblatt with AVNation.tv, and we're at the Biamp booth at InfoComm 2017.